Hey everyone, welcome to Island Ripple. My name is Vernetta. Be sure to join us or follow us rather on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And if you're on YouTube, you need to click subscribe to our channel, Cut TV. We're here at the beautiful Dax Restaurant and Bar in Rodney Bay. And I am sitting with a gentleman who will be sharing some exciting projects that our very own Water and Sewage Company, WASCO, is doing for the people of St. Lucia, for the betterment of St. Lucia. So I would like to introduce you to Mr. Maurice Norville.
Yes, that's right.
Welcome to Island Ripple.
Thank you for having me.
All right, great. So tell us let's start with what you do at WASCO.
Okay, so I am a civil engineer by profession, and I am in charge of the project management unit at WASCO.
Okay, great. So you are the authority on all things, project that WASCO is doing, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay, good. So let us know, because I'm sure there are a lot of people who are watching that didn't really know a lot about what WASCO is doing project-wise. So first and foremost, let's start with what have you guys done so far in regards to projects in the different communities in St. Lucia?
Okay, well, in terms of projects, we've done, it's island-wide. So we, in the north, most recently, we commissioned a new treatment plant in Debara, in Babano. On the east coast, we recently closed off the Dennery North water supply project. So there's a new treatment plant in Tomazo, some storage tanks in various communities. In the south, we have the View Forts water supply redevelopment project, where we put up 2 new treatment plants in Grace and Beausejour View Forts.
Okay, yes.
And on the west coast, we recently commissioned a new tank in Victoria in Choiseul.
Okay, so literally island-wide, you guys have been doing a number of different things. So for those of us who don't really, we hear what's a treatment plant, but then we don't really know what is a treatment plant, what is it supposed to do. We don't know, is it doing what it's supposed to do? So just give us shed a little light on, what a treatment plant is, what it's supposed to do, and how effective it has been in these communities you speak about.
Okay, so in St. Lucia, most of our water, or I could say all our water, is from surface sources, so basically from rivers.
Okay.
Now, as you would appreciate, yes, you can use river water for a lot of domestic activities, but it's not potable, as in you shouldn't be drinking river water and that kind of thing.
And though people have been drinking river water for many years.
Yes, but a lot of things happen in rivers.
Because that is true, that is true, yeah.
So yes, so when we abstract the water from the rivers, we have to treat it before we put it out to our customers. So essentially the treatment plant is where we convert that raw water into potable water. So using different processes, whether we have to use, we use disinfection, so there's chlorination.
Right.
On most of our treatment plants, we have filters to remove any sediments which may come from the river. And in some cases, there are some chemical activities which have to be done to treat the water as well.
Okay, all right. And how effective has those treatment plants been, especially the new ones that have been, organized?
All of them have been very effective. We are guided by standards from the World Health Organization.
Right.
So they basically dictate what is potable water. And of course, all our treatment plants have to meet those standards for us to give it out to our consumers.
Okay, so in regards to those new treatment plants that are being implemented, does that mean water supply is better in those areas?
Definitely, because one of the deficiencies of not having a treatment plant on your system is that if the raw water quality is not that good, it cannot be used. So in some cases, like you have rainfall is one of the things that heavily affects our rivers, because you get a lot of landslides in forested areas, and
Correct,
the sediment goes down into the river. So without the treatment plants, we essentially have to cease operations to those communities who do not have adequate treatment facilities.
Okay, so would you say that that is the reason, or one of the reasons, that the water supply hasn't been as good in those areas? Because I mean, once people hear WASCO, they're like, oh my gosh, we don't have water, but that's not what we're here for. But at the same time, you know, since we're talking treatment plants and these different things, would you say that's one of the reasons or one of the challenges that you have faced before those treatment plants were implemented?
Yes, definitely. So in those areas which I mentioned, we recently put treatment plants. If you go back, let's say 10 years ago, before those plants were in service, I'm sure you would hear a lot more complaints, especially during periods where there's heavy rainfall. Once it rains, everyone has this perception, okay, it's raining.
We're supposed to get water.
We're supposed to have water.
But
the reason why there is no water is because there's not adequate treatment facilities in those areas.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So now we've overcome those challenges in those areas.
Okay, great. So are there any plans to have even more treatment plants in certain areas?
Yes, definitely.
Further than where you have been
yes.
now?
So I want to just highlight one of our interesting projects, especially the one in Debara, which is a pilot project. So at that treatment plant, Debara is a relatively small community, but it's also very remote.
Yeah.
So being able to supply it in the past was a challenge. So we put in this new system, which is more sustainable, so it's actually solar powered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it comes in like a container, so it's almost like a prepackaged plant. Okay. And it's able to serve the community. So that's the first time we were trying it out. So it was commissioned last year to great success. Okay. So that now becomes an option for other more remote communities that we can improve their water supply through. Well,
that is very good news. I think that would be very good news for all of our viewers, all of our island ripplers. So aside from, the different, the treatment plants and even what you said in regards to the solar power treatment plant, what other projects can we look forward to see from WASCO in the very near future?
All right. So the big one right now is for the north of the island. So our raw water pipeline. So that's the pipeline from the John Compton Dam to our treatment plant, which is located in Cicero. It's a pretty old pipeline, let's put it that way.
I can imagine.
Yeah. And even up to, I think last month, we had to do a maintenance shutdown for the whole north of the island to undertake maintenance works. And that's something we have to do rather frequently because of the age of the pipeline. So we are currently in the process of designing the project is actually designed, but we're now looking to move into the next phase, so the construction phase, where we will be replacing approximately 5 kilometers of pipeline along that route. So once that project is completed, we definitely look forward to an increased water supply to the north of the island.
That project sounds like it's going to take a while.
Well, yes, they do. So in terms of timelines, there's a lot of work that has to be done even before
that. Yes, I would think so.
Yes, so we're actually targeting a commencement in January of next year, so that's 2026, and we're targeting a 2-year construction period. So that would take us to the end of 2027. So I know it seems like a long time. Yeah. But these projects are built for like 50-year minimum. So yes, it'll take 2 years, but generations to come will benefit from it.
I mean, that's one way of looking at it. Definitely. Well, yeah, I agree. I mean, especially if you're using the durable materials that could you know, for the next, we wouldn't have to worry about that. Is our children and our grandchildren. It has to be like, okay, yes, but at least what you're going to be doing now is going to, you know, stay. And I think that's most important. I had actually a water question for you. Yes, of course we have to have a water question.
Yeah, sure.
So there is the belief that, you know, bottled water is better to drink, consume, than tap water. What is your view on that? Because since you said, you know, the water has to go through a lot of treatment and, you know, for it to be potable water, usable water. So what would be your suggestion on that?
Yeah. Well, I don't blame people because before I started working at WASCO, I had that same perception.
Right.
But working with the company and getting to see firsthand the treatment process and the quality standards, I'm fairly confident and comfortable now opening my tap and
drinking water straight from the tap.
I have no concerns about that.
Okay, all right. So you're saying that the treatment that you give the water, or WASCO gives the water, is good enough for drinking and consumption.
Absolutely.
So people don't have to worry about drinking bottled water.
No, they don't. They really don't.
Okay, all right. So let us know in regards to which other or where else, what other remote areas can look forward to, you know, WASCO actually, you know, actually putting in a treatment plan, developing the ones that they have. Could you give us an idea?
Okay, so I mean, I don't really call this a remote area, the next one we have in the pipeline,
literally,
to undertake is in Pasias, which is in Miku.
In Miku, yeah.
So we recently we actually had a project launch meeting in the community. That was actually a week or two ago, and we're going to be commencing works on that project next month, and to be completed by the end of the year. So there will be a new treatment plant in Pasias, Miku.
Okay, great. All right. So what would you like our island ripplers to know in regards to WASCO and what you guys have been doing? When I say what we would like them to know in regards to, you know, because everybody has this negative connotation of the company, and I mean, what you've spoken to me about, it really opened my eyes. I'm like, wow, WASCO is doing a lot more than I thought. So as we wrap up, what would you like the public to know in regards to what WASCO is doing?
Well, of course, WASCO has a lot of negative feedback from the press and well, the public, I should say, and it's not through lack of trying, because we do put a lot of work in, but there are a lot of constraints within the company which sometimes hinder us. But we do a lot of work behind the scenes, and you see us out in the open doing work, but there is even more that's being done that people do not know about. So that's why it's always good to have opportunities like this to inform the public of some of the initiatives which WASCO has been embarking on and will be embarking on to improve our level of service.
Okay, so in the event, like say for example, somebody is looking at this, watching this, and they would like to get in contact with WASCO, is there a particular department that they would call if in the event they want, you know, assistance with, you know, water in their community and that sort of thing? Is there a particular department that they would have to contact so that they can get you all to actually, I'm not saying that you haven't taken a look at all of the areas, but in the event, because, you know, sometimes some people might say, well, you know, WASCO forget us. So in the event of that, is there any, what's the department to call or the number to call?
Okay, so the easiest route is to go through our main switchboard. So that's 457-3900, and they will transfer you depending on your query, either to most likely to the control room, where that's where all the complaints, let's put it this way, are logged, and all the information is fed through there. So once the information is available for your specific area, that can be relayed to you directly over the phone. Also, keep updated on our Facebook and Instagram pages, and also our website is being revamped, so you can look forward to that as well. So we're going to be a lot more accessible.
Well, that's good. That's good. Well, Maurice, thank you so much for being here with us on Island Ripple. I know this is not going to be the only time that, but yeah, thank you for sharing all of that information with us.
Okay, and thanks for having me.
Okay, great. So, people, we've come to the end of another interview. And if you want to find out more information about any of our interviews, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. And if you would like to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Cut TV, for more interviews, earlier interviews, so that you can keep in the loop. So I will see you next time. My name is Vernetta, and see you. Our host wardrobe is brought to you by Wings of Love, located at the Dream Plaza, Rodney Bay.